alongside Gilbert Melendez and the president of the UFC, Dana White. My name is Todd Grisham. So, such a great year for the UFC, but it ends on a tragic note. Anderson Silva's leg shattering in two. You were cage side. What was your reaction when it happened?
I was blown away. I've only seen that happen a couple times. One time, a fighter named Corey Hill. I saw it once on the internet, and I saw it last year during the NCAA, college basketball tournament. It's just such a freak accident when that happens. Leg kicks are rough, man, and Weidman checked the kick, and when you go, shin to shin like that, it's nasty.
And what's Silva's condition right now? What's the latest?
His leg is broken. He was transported to the hospital, and actually the doctor who was going to perform the surgery was here tonight, and he jumped in his car and is on his way there right now. Anderson Silva should be in surgery within the next hour.
Yeah, I mean, you said you've seen this last time you've seen this in the octagon was against Corey Hill. I mean,
right.
He's never been in the octagon since. Where does that leave Anderson?
It's true. Well, yeah, and he's a young guy. Anderson Silva is, a very talented individual. Who knows what this could mean? Could he come back from this? Yes. Will he? Who knows? He's 38, 39 years old, and he's got nothing else to prove other than to try to beat Chris Weidman. There's nothing really for Anderson to prove. He's got a lot of money, and he's got a great family, and he's had a great run.
If this is for the end of Anderson Silva's career, what will his legacy be here in the UFC?
Well, he's the greatest of all time. I mean, he's the greatest fighter ever. The reign that he went on here in the UFC, the title defenses that he's had, the list goes on and on. The guy is a living legend, and, this will always be his home no matter what happens.
As for Chris Weidman, this isn't exactly the way he wanted to win. What does his future hold?
Yeah, you never want to win like that. You never want to, and especially in the second fight, in such a big fight against such a legend. But, if you watch, right up until the leg breaks, he's dominating the fight. And Chris Weidman now will move on and fight Vitor Belfort.
What do you think of that matchup? How do you think that's going to play out? It looks like an entertaining fight right there.
Very, very good fight. Vitor Belfort has looked like a beast lately. Has been running through people, looks more confident than he's ever looked. His technique is better than it's ever been. And, Chris Weidman beat Anderson Silva twice. So, unbelievable fight.
Let's talk about the fight of the night, the co-main event, Ronda Rousey versus Miesha Tate. What an experience, what an atmosphere. What were your thoughts on the Women's Championship?
The fight was awesome. That fight was unbelievable. The atmosphere in here was insane during that fight. It was fun. It was back and forth, and Ronda Rousey looked great. And I actually like that Ronda had to go 3 rounds this time. As a fighter, you don't want to keep winning fights. You do want to keep winning fights in the first round easily, but you have to push yourself. You got to get that 10 minutes, that 15 minutes, that 20 minutes, because the opponents out there are going to get tougher and tougher, and whether she's facing a Kat Zingano or anybody else.
Yeah, it looked like Ronda adapted well as the rounds went on. Were you surprised by Miesha Tate's strategy to keep trying to take down Ronda?
Bad idea. Yeah, that was a bad idea. I think Miesha should have tried to stand with her and try to defend the takedown, but in the third round, she got rocked and got hurt with a punch from Ronda. I think that's how she ended up getting tapped out. That punch hurt her.
Ronda Rousey refused to shake Miesha Tate's hand. The entire arena exploded in boos. What are your thoughts on her sportsmanship?
Well, it's not that Ronda Rousey is actually a pretty good sportsman. With Kat Zingano, with Liz Carmouche, and many other girls she fights, she does not like Miesha Tate. They hate each other. They have forever. That's never going to change whether they fight 2 times or 10 times. And, Ronda's just got that type of personality. The crowd booing me isn't going to make me shake somebody's hand that I don't like.